Hi, everyone. I'm live again. Sorry about that. Okay, so the question is, why can't I complete the process? If you've been following me for a while, you know that complete the process means finish the thing you're doing, right? So if you haven't been following me, it means why can't I finish what I start? And why do I start so many things and I have all this stuff happening in my life? Why is that happening? So that's what I mean by complete the process. So why can't you complete the process? Frankly, the reason you can't complete the process is because you're sidetracked, because you're not focused on what you're doing. You're going too fast. That's the truth. You have to slow down. You know, we live in a really hurry up world, and so we need to slow down a little bit and think about what we're doing and see the beauty in the things that you're doing. It doesn't matter if your house is cluttered, it's going to be uncluttered, but the way it's going to happen is one thing at a time. And it begins with you, the model in your home, and it begins with you taking the time to slow down and do the things that you need to do, one thing at a time, or that you want to do. This also means you have to get to bed on time. All the things that I tell you to do are all connected. So if you go to bed on time and you get your good sleep and you get up early before the family, then you are able to slow down. If you don't get to bed on time, let's say you go to bed at 3 in the morning and wake up at 6, you've had 3 hours sleep, you're not the most attentive mom in the world that morning, or you might be that one day, but over and over again you won't be. And then before you know it, you're just rushing and slamming and going and throwing, and before you know it, the whole place is a big giant mess, and it all came from mama. And it all roots, the root it caused is you didn't get enough sleep. That's the truth. So let's slow down, take the time to do everything that you do carefully and lovely. You know, it's a beauty, like I said, a beauty in the process. So remember, I've talked to you this year about taking care of yourself, and maybe I haven't, but you know, you should. You don't have to. Should is not a great word. It's kind of judgy word, but I really want you to take care of yourself. I know I have talked to you about it because I talk to you about it every day. That's loving yourself. Get up in the morning and take care of yourself, and do those morning routines. Shine the sink in the toilet like you live in a palace, right? And then when you go to, and it doesn't matter what it looks like, in your head it's a palace. When you go to your kitchen in the morning and it's clean and the counters are wiped and there's no flour from last night or sugar on the floor and the table's wiped off and the dishes are clean in the dishwasher or in the dish drain, that's the equivalent of a palace in your life, right? All right, so I want you to slow down and really complete your processes, okay? Like, I'll just show you something. This is a cup of tea. In this cup of tea, I have a lid. On this cup of tea, I have a lid, right? So I don't have to have the lid, but the lid keeps it warm. It takes a few seconds. I've completed the process. Now, when I'm done with this, it's going in the dishwasher. It's dishwasher safe, my kind of cup, right? And the lid. So that's what I mean. It's just I want you to take the time. Take the time to look around when you've been sitting. Take the time to look around before you leave a room, before you exit your car. Take the time. You have time. Time. Hello. You jumped out of the holder. Hold on. Oops, let me put you back. Turn the volume back up. Check 1, 2. Okay. Sorry about that. So take the time to take the time to finish your processes. Take the time. Just realize that time is not as fleeting as you think. The only time it's fleeting is when you haven't got enough time because you didn't plan it out. You said yes to too many things. You didn't get enough sleep. And let me get on the yes, you said yes to too many things. That's another problem that sidetracked home executives, or she's, and that's the root of the FlyLady system, is the sidetracked home executives. We want, because it sounds so exciting and we know we can do it, but we fail to take into consideration all the other things in our life. So when you say, yes, I'll bake 3 dozen cupcakes for Susie's first grade class, and I'll go on the class trip with them, and I'll take pictures. I'll be the photographer for the outing, and I'll take, you know what I mean? I'll take, make sure that I keep the log that says who all was there. I mean, that's the kind of stuff we do. We're so crazy. So That's what happens. We say yes to way too many things. Are any of those things wrong? No, none of it's wrong. And you absolutely can do it, but it needs to be planned in. So when somebody comes to you and says, can you bake cookies for the whatever, fundraiser, Friday, we're having it Friday, today's Wednesday, can you bake, 4 dozen cookies? And you've got a day that you like to cook on. Let's say that you want to do those kind of things on Tuesdays. You can say, oh, I'm sorry, I've already planned my week. If you'd let me know earlier, Tuesday is my baking day. I would have loved to have done it, but I just got too much on my calendar. Girls, you're important people. You have important jobs to do. Don't let other people run your life. You're the CEO, right? So if Tuesday, your free day, is the day that you want to bake cookies and do those kinds of things, and somebody asks you on Monday, you can say, oh, I'd love to, right? So you're not always saying yes, and you're not always saying no. It depends. You're just a planful person now, and you're going to slow down and take your time. All right, so I'm going to open for questions. I know that didn't completely answer. Oh, I do want to say something before I open for questions. First of all, roll tide. I am a sports fan, and I love Crimson Tide, Alabama, and they won the national championship last night, so I was up till after midnight. And so I slept in a little bit this morning. I didn't put, it was also my anniversary yesterday, so that was a great gift. And I got a lot of your gifts where you gave me the gift of your closets. You're going to clean your closets. I love that. I'd love to see more of that on Facebook. And I also want to tell you that it was also the day that I get off my taking care of my parents. I take care of them. I know I tell you this all the time, but I don't think, maybe some people don't realize that I actually pack and stay at their house for 7 days. So it's like going on vacation, only not going on vacation. And so when I come home, I have to unpack after 7 days. Toiletries, clothes, books, cameras, just everything. So it's a big deal. So on Mondays, it's difficult for me to get a live video up, but I also didn't record my videos for today. So for you guys who haven't seen your daily today, consider this it. Get up, do your morning routines. After your routine, get your kids through their routines. After that, do your laundry. When your laundry's going, do your 1 inch of paper. After that, the only thing you have left to do are the 2 things during the day, which are your zone. We're in zone 2, the kitchen. Either declutter for 15 minutes or deep clean one thing if you don't have clutter in there. And then the weekly, today is Tuesday, so it is your free day. So zip on the zone. You don't have to do the zone. I forgot today's Tuesday. So no zone today. Just have fun. Just do your routines. And then after that, you've got your after dinner routine, your before bed routines. That's it. Okay, now you've got your daily. Now look, I know a bunch of you guys watch this, like nearly 1,000 people watch this live video eventually. And I know only about 300 or 400 look at, sometimes 600, sometimes 200, look at the dailies. But the dailies tell you exactly what to do every single day, whether you work or don't. So I'd like you to go look that up every morning. It's usually up at 6 o'clock. I failed you yesterday. Mea culpa. Okay, but roll tide roll. I do want you to know that the coach for Alabama Crimson Tide is Nick Saban, and the number one thing he drives home to his boys is to complete the process, complete the play, complete your job. So I'm going to be coaching you too. I'm open for questions, comments, and greetings. Come on in. Let's talk. Let's talk about completing the process or your dailies. Great to see you, Lou. Nice to have you. Who else? Tammy. No notification? I'm so sorry. Yeah, there's only 23 of you on here. Mr. B, did you get a notification? I actually put this up earlier and nobody got a notification, and I only had like 5 or 6 people on it, so I redid it. Mr. B, did you get a notification? Mr. B, are you watching this video? Shannon didn't. Love your cat community. I love that too. All right, so questions, comments? No, not on my PC or my phone. It's a YouTube thing then. I don't know what to tell you guys. I know you have your notification bell. It'll probably come out an hour from now. Don't know what's going on. But it's okay. We can still do it. We can do it. It's just a small little group of us this morning. I appreciate it. And I appreciate your thumbs up. That means a lot to me. I also appreciate comments. As you know, I read every single comment. If there's a question in the comment, I will answer your question, unless it's, not really requiring an answer. If you're just asking a question for effect. It's your YouTube, because I didn't get others either. It's YouTube. Yeah. Oh, you didn't get other people's? Okay. Roll Tide, Susan. They were losing when you checked the game last night. So yeah, they won in overtime. It was really tight, but you know what? Never give up, never give up, never give up. Don't give up on your house. YouTube is messing with the live streams, just like the videos. Wow. Okay, Mr. B. We're going to remain positive though. All right. So never give up, never give up, never give up. Don't give up. You can do it. You can be the national champion of your home, the CEO, really and truly. Okay, I'm ready for questions about completing the process. I'd like to see thumbs up if you really do like this video. And I'd love to know that more of you are going to watch the dailies. And I'd love to know that you guys are going to do your closets. Susan says, I have a hard time trying to complete all the processes. Susan, everything you do in life is a process. So each step you take is a process. So when I say processes, I don't mean, like routines. I do want you to do those, but I'm talking about simple things like when you walk in the room, put the cup on the counter, turn it around, decide you're going to make dinner, and the cup's sitting there, it's getting cold, you're not paying attention to it. And then your kids come in and they lay their books on the counter and you're thinking, oh, I'm going to cut up these carrots. And so you're still not paying attention. And then you turn around and you have to open your eyes before you leave the kitchen and say, okay, uh-oh, there's my cup. It got cold. Let me zap that. Okay. Bobby, come get your books off the counter, baby. They don't belong here. All right. So that's completing the process. Squirrels are going to happen. That's just the nature of the beast here. We are those kinds of people. However, you can compartmentalize. And I've told you this story before, but I'll repeat it. My daughter Karen and I, of course, are both sidetracked, and we have a really hard time staying on topic when we're like taking a walk together. We have a lot we want to share with each other. So we know that we're squirrels, so we have nuts. And I know I want to talk to her about 3 things, and she'll know she wants to talk to me about 3 things or 5 things or whatever. So we name our nuts. I'll say, okay, I want to talk to you about the painting. I want to talk to you about my tires, and I want to talk to you about my toenails. Painting, tires, and toenails. Okay, Mom, and I want to talk to you about, and so she gives all those, whatever hers are. And I'll say, okay, you start, because I know I've got painting, tires, and toenails. And one of us can remember the titles. And then we talk about that item until we're through. So we finish the process with the little nut. And the reason we do that is if we don't, we find that our walks are unsatisfying because we never got out what we wanted to say, even though we talked the whole time. The important things didn't get touched. All right. So you can do it. You can compartmentalize. When you put something down on the counter, you can compartmentalize it and say, that's my cup. I'm going to pick it up. Tell your brain. Okay. Lion Die. I saw you in here somewhere. Good morning. Hello, Emma. And Irene, good morning. So that was for Susan. Di says, good morning. There is a video with a beach scene with the same title and says 3 are waiting for the live chat to begin. I was one of them. Glad I caught you. That's funny because I deleted that live chat. It shouldn't be out there. So maybe you got caught in limbo. Apologize. But it wasn't notifying anyone. You're welcome, Susan. Emma says, Emanuela. That's right. I do know that's your name. Your morning routine ideas have been great help. Thanks. Happy days. Yay, Lou. So glad. So glad. And we have to complete those too. We have to complete every single thing we do. It's important. Just like when you were in school and you had a paper, you had to complete it, right? And when you were, it might not be done well, but it was completed. And then, and when you were done, the pencils were put away, the paper was put away, and you went on to art class or the next thing, right? All right. Terry says, started my closets project. I'm pumped. Thank you for my gift. Good morning, Yasmin. Hi, Cherie. Is it Cherie? Tracy B, no notification. I know, baby, but glad to catch you. 10.5 inches of snow in Virginia. Everyone home from work snowed in and my house has exploded. I hate to keep saying complete the process, feeling poorly today. Well, the reason it exploded is why. Why, Tracy? Why did your house explode? Look at one explosion. Look at one explosion. What is it? It's an incomplete process. So what happens is when we get home, we get late. I don't want to say lazy, but we do. We get lazy. I do too. And we think, oh, we're home. It's a snow day. Have fun. We don't have snow days, but we have, hurricane days. So we let go. We just get whatever that word is. We get lax. And so we don't do the things that we want to do, that we have committed to do. We don't do them. And so that makes you feel yucky. So the best thing to do is start with your routines right now in the middle of your quote explosions. Go into your bathroom, do your morning routine. Get yourself dressed, get your makeup on, brush your hair. Go to the kitchen, empty the dishwasher. While you're in the bathroom, swish the toilet and wipe out the sink. Go in the kitchen, empty the dishwasher. Put the dishes that you've already used this morning in the dishwasher. Wipe your counters off. Maybe sweep up a little mess on the floor if you need to. Wipe the table if it needs to be wiped. Okay, so your routines kind of from last night are kind of catching up with you this morning. And then think about completing the process, or picking up the clutter is what it is now, because now it's turned into clutter, which is the most hateful thing that we have to do is clutter. We don't love to pick up clutter, but we have to. So take 3 containers, throw away, put away, give away, and then delegate. Go put these things away in your room. Don't throw them on your bed. Don't throw them on the floor. This goes in your top dresser drawer, and this goes on the floor of your closet, like that. Be specific, and then inspect what you expect. And in a few minutes, really a few minutes, your house will look great. And then don't let go, CEO. You're a CEO every day, morning or night, evening or weekend. You're a CEO, so be the CEO. You're the only one holding it together. Now, you're not the only one doing the job. You're the only one holding it together. You're the only one directing traffic, and it should be that way. Too many cooks spoil the broth, right? All right, I saw a couple of notes in here. Let me see. Cherie, okay. You're welcome, Tracy. Sorry, Emanuela. She was waiting over on the other one. Irene, no notification for this chat. Just happened to check, and there you were. I know. I'm sorry. It's YouTube. Casey, hi, Kat. Didn't know you were on either. Glad I caught you. I'm glad you did too. We have 41 people. Only 7 thumbs up. So I'm thinking you guys aren't loving it, but hopefully you are. When working in the bedroom, this is Susan. I can't take the dishes all the way to the kitchen. Okay, stop. When working in the bedroom, I can't take the dishes to the kitchen. All the way to the kitchen. It's such a huge trek, right? I'll start working in the kitchen. I'll take them partway there, and the next time I go to the kitchen, I pack up the dishes. Okay, let's read this whole thing again. When working in the bedroom, I can't take the dishes to the kitchen. First of all, why are there dishes in your bedroom? I give Mr. B coffee in the bedroom in the morning. He has a cup of coffee, but he brings it down with him when he comes out of the bedroom. See, it's important that everyone take care of their mess. They complete their process. And if you don't want to go all the way to the kitchen, then put it in a basket and take it on your way to the kitchen, if that's your next stop, right? And vow that you won't leave dishes in the bedroom. Okay, so we can break this down just like an English teacher can break down a sentence. When working in the bedroom, I can't take dishes all the way to the kitchen. First of all, why are you working in your bedroom? I know what you mean. You're cleaning and you're considering it work. It's not work. It's just 15 little minutes. It's not work. It's just a little cleanup, right? I can't take the dishes all the way to the kitchen. Well, you can. You don't want to, all right? I'll start working in the kitchen. Again, the work word. We're not working. We're just doing the things in our home. And I'll take them partway there because why? Why did you only take them partway there? Because you can't take them to the kitchen because you told yourself you can't. So you lay them down halfway. So stop telling yourself that. And the next time I go to the kitchen, I pick up the dishes because you can't take them all the way to the kitchen because it's so far. Give me some explanation. Tell me, stand up for yourself. Let me know what's going on. Susan, I have to be careful not to have too many possession processes going at once, at least in my mind. That's right, you do. And there's a video that I call Ping Pong Balls. I'd like you to watch it, Susan. She's natural. Stop following the program over the holidays. Oh, I stopped. I think that's what it means. Trying to get back on track. It's hard with 4 very active kids, ages 6 to 16. Help? Okay, you've got help. 6 to 16-year-olds. Those are your help. You're going to delegate. And I know you heard me say all those things. Poor little Susan, she was our example. But you have to change your mind, and you're the CEO. So start with your morning routine. If she's natural, if you haven't watched the video, How to Do the FlyLady System for Newbies, go watch it. But just know that I believe in delegation. A 16-year-old can do as much as any other grown-up in the house. You'll have to delegate. You'll have to say, do it. But you don't want to give anybody way too much work. Like you don't want work. You just want a little job, 5 minutes, right? Susan was busted. So that's what I want you to do. And don't ever stop following the program. Do your routines, at least do your routines. During the holidays, you might, find it difficult because you've got a lot of people, but it's still do your routines. That's for you, okay? Emma's flying. I finished the routines and a little set up the kitchen. And when I was going to pamper myself, school called and I had to get my son home. Isn't that life? I know. Aren't you glad you were dressed and ready to go? Yes, ma'am. Okay, so Susan, you were busted. It's hard to stay within 200 characters. I had to cut out a lot of my first posts. I'm sorry. But tell me about yourself, Susan. Tell me what's going on. Tell me why you can't do it. Is your kitchen like 3 miles from your bedroom? Yes, you were, Emanuela. You were dressed and ready to go. So go pick them up. Awesome. Or did you already pick them up? I may have read that wrong. Okay, here's Susan. That was an example. If I'm in one area, I stick to my 15-minute time. I stick my 15-minute timer, pardon me, by staying there and then put things that belong elsewhere just outside. Okay, there's the lot. That very bottom line is the reason. When the 15 minutes is up, you do what? Bueller? What do we do when our 15 minutes is up? I know somebody has the answer. I'm waiting. Come on. Oh, Susan, you finished the process. Emanuela, you finished the process. That's right. That's when you finish the process. You stay there, absolutely. And you separate things into 3 containers. And the first thing you do is take the trash out of the house. The second thing you do is you put the recycles in the trunk of the car or the back of the car. The third thing, you walk around the house putting things away. Doing what I can now to finish process makes tomorrow easier. That's right, Shannon. That's right. Poor little Susan. She's just going to feel so bad about me. Don't hate me. I love you. And I just want you to do really, really well. And I want you guys to succeed this year. I want you to succeed this year. And you can't succeed if your mind is wrong, if your thoughts are wrong, right? There's a right and there's a wrong. The wrong is thinking wrong thoughts. I can't do X, Y, Z. I can't finish this. I can't. And then I'm going to help you. I'm going to help you deconstruct that. And you're going to finish it. And you're going to go through this boot camp with me and you're going to be awesome. You're already awesome. Your house is going to reflect the awesomeness of you. How about that? All right, guys. Any other things? Are you watching my dailies every day? I hope you are. It will really help you do what you're supposed to do every day. I can't eat in the bedroom. I can eat anywhere I want, but I choose not to. So, Emanuela, I like what you're saying there. But we do drink coffee in the bedroom, and sometimes it depends. I mean, it really depends. What if you're sick in bed? You eat some chicken noodle soup, that's fine. I don't have any hard and fast rules. Well, I do. You can't leave the dishes in the bedroom, right? And try not to eat in there too much. Eating at the table is so much more peaceful. I know a lot of people don't do it. Shannon loves my daily videos. Awesome. She's Natural loves the daily videos. Awesome. She's Natural. Did I answer your question? I'm concerned. Tracy B. Susan, you are acknowledging it, so now you can make the changes. That's right. Just like those people who say, oh, it's because of the way I was raised. I can't do this, that, or the other. Well, once you say it's because of this, that, or the other, the way I was raised, for example, then you can change it because now you're aware. If you weren't aware, I can understand. But once you're aware, then the field is open. Let's change, right? So good point, Tracy B. Got to go. Thanks for the encouragement. You're welcome, Terry. It's good to have you. All right, guys, I'm going to run. I hope you have a fabulous day.